our topic is amino acid. Amino acid is in main monomer in proteins. So in our daily life we take the food. So we take carbohydrates, proteins and vitamins. It is a protein also one of the important role in our daily life. So that's why we are studying about the proteins. The proteins are made by the amino acids. What is amino acid? So generally it is a containing amino and acid groups. The simple, so you know amino and acid group. For example, if you take NH2, it is a amino group, and acid group COOH. So the molecule having both groups like amino and acid group, carboxylic acid group. So that is the amino acids. So generally we have based on the acids are further classified into 4 types: alpha amino acids and alpha amino acids, beta amino acids and gamma amino acids and delta amino acids. For example, the general example of amino acids like NH2, the molecule containing amino and acid group, like, so this is simple example, like it is, this is a very simple example. Glycine is one of the example of basic amino acid groups, like having amino and acid groups. For example, if you take the molecule having both amino and acid group, that is called as the amino acids. The amino acid containing in mainly a protein chain. So we have the amino and acid group positions. So we are further classified into amino acids into 4 types: alpha and beta, gamma and delta. So let's discuss about the alpha, beta, gamma, delta amino acids. Like for example, if you the amino acid groups differentiated by the alpha carbon, that is the alpha amino acids. So for example, the carboxylic acid adjacent carbon is the alpha carbon. So the alpha carbon attached with the amino group. So this is the alpha amino acids. Alpha amino acids. For example, if you take the amino group and carboxylic acid groups separation by the 2 carbons and alpha beta, so that is the beta amino acids. Like for example, if you take NH2 CH and CH2 CH2 COH. So here carboxylic acid adjacent carbon is the alpha, the second carbon beta. So here the amino group attached with beta carbon to the carboxylic acid. That's why we call as a beta amino acids. Beta amino acids. So next we can discuss about the gamma amino acids. The amino and acid group separation by the 3 carbons. Like for example, if you take a simple example, the amino and acid groups differentiated by the 3 carbons. So for example, amino CH2 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 and COH. So here, so this is the alpha carbon, beta carbon and gamma carbon. The carboxylic acid attached with the alpha carbon to the amino group attached with the gamma carbon. So this is the gamma amino acid. Gamma amino acid. So the next one, delta. So we can separate by amino and acid group by 4 carbons, like alpha, beta, gamma, delta. So that is gamma, delta, gamma amino acids. Okay. Next classification based on source of the amino acid. So we can further classify into amino acids by the sources. So we have 2 types of the sources. For the first one, natural amino acid. By natural we are getting amino acids. So all human beings and plants, every animals, we have protein chain. So that protein chain containing amino acids all are natural amino acids. The second one, synthetic amino acids. Synthetic amino acids. So we can prepare by the laboratory. So that is synthetic amino acids. So the natural amino acids are all natural amino acids are alpha amino acids. Alpha amino acids. That means the acid group and amino group separated by the one carbon. Like we take a simple example, glycine. Glycine is the one of the example of alpha amino acids like NH2, CH2 and COH. All natural amino acids are alpha amino acids. So by the synthetic we can prepare on laboratory. So we also prepare the natural amino acids on laboratory. So we are preparing beta, gamma, delta like alpha amino acids also in laboratory. That is the synthetic amino acids. So here the natural amino acids are, we have naturally availability. So we have 25 natural amino acids. So 25 natural amino acids. So different groups of the substitution, like for example if you take a simple example, all are alpha amino acids. The amino and acid groups separated by the only one carbon. So but we are substituting different types of carbons like CH, COOH. So this is the general molecular formula of alpha amino acids. Here R is the, we can substitute various carbons like carbon chains. So that's why we are getting the 25 natural amino acids. Okay. The next classification based on essential and non-essential amino acids. What is the difference between the essential and non-essential amino acids? So if you need our body essential and non-essential, essential and non-essential amino acids, non-essential amino acids. So here we can further classify it into the 25 natural amino acids, further classified into essential and non-essential amino acids. That is, for example, if you take the essential amino acids like so we have 10 essential amino acids like alanine, valine, leucine, isoleucine, methionine, threonine, lysine, phenylalanine, tryptophan, histidine, arginine. So these are all the 10 essential amino acids. The remaining 15 natural amino acids are non-essential amino acids. By the amino and acid groups, further we classified into amino acids three types: neutral amino acids and acidic amino acids. So depending on the amino and acid groups, we are further classified into amino acids neutral, acidic and basic. So we know the amino group nature is the basic nature. So the amino group is base nature and carboxylic acid is the acidic nature. So we can classify it into, so we have more amino groups that is considered to basic amino acid. So we have more carboxylic acids when compared to amino groups. Generally in every amino acid we have one carboxylic acid group and one amino group. If the more carboxylic acid groups present at the amino acid, that is act as a acidic amino acid. If the more amino groups are present at the amino acid, so that is act as a basic. Remaining all are neutral amino acids. So we can write the 25 natural amino acids. So simply we can write. So first of all we start with simple structure of amino acids. We know all natural amino acids are alpha amino acid. That's why we can write on the carboxylic acid and amino group differentiated by the only alpha carbon. So here R, so we can substitution R. So we are getting 25 natural amino acids by the depending on the R groups. First we start with the glycine. So here, so the glycine, so we are substitution R by the hydrogen glycine. For example, we can write like this: NH2, CH and COOH and H. So this is the glycine. So simply we can write like this: NH2, CH2 and COOH. COOH. So this is the glycine. The second one, alanine. Alanine. So we can write like right here. So because of NH2 and CH. This is common structure for all the amino. In place of R, we are substituting methyl group CH3. So this is the second amino acid, alanine. So the next one, glycine, alanine. So here, so this is the alpha amino acid structure. So in this alpha amino acid structure, we are substituting R by the different groups. For example, if you substitution in place of R by the hydrogen, so that is called glycine. So glycine, here the R substitution is substitution by the hydrogen only. So glycine. So in case of alanine, so here, so the R substitution substituted by the methyl group. So that is alanine. The second one, serine. Serine. So this is the third amino acid, serine. So here, in this case, the R group substitution by the methoxy group, like so CH2OH, COOH. The second, fourth one, threonine. So here the R group substitution by the ethyl alcohol substitution, like simple CHOH and CH3. So this is the threonine. So this is serine. So here the methoxy group we are substituting CH2OH in threonine, CHOH and CH3. Ethyl alcohol group we are substituting in place of R. The next one, valine. So simply we can rough here only R group also. So the next one, fifth one, I think fifth one, valine. So in valine, so we have isopropyl group. In place of R, we are substituting isopropyl group. The sixth one, leucine. So here the leucine containing 4 carbons, isobutyl groups. So this is isobutyl group substitution in leucine. So the next one, isoleucine. So isoleucine. The seventh one, isoleucine. So here the NH2 group, this structure is common for all neutral, what is that? All natural amino acids. The main difference here, the R group is we can substitute various groups. So in isoleucine, we have secondary butyl group substitution, CH and CH3, secondary butyl groups. So this is the main difference between the leucine and isoleucine. In fact, we can compare leucine and isoleucine. So here leucine have isopropyl group substitution. Here the secondary butyl group substituted by the in place of R, that is called isoleucine. So this is seventh one. The next one, eighth, phenylalanine. Phenylalanine, it is also simple group. In case we take alanine, so methyl group. In phenylalanine, we have phenyl substitution, PH. PH means phenyl substitution. So this is the phenyl substitution, C6H5 group. C6H5 group. So this is phenylalanine. Now the next one, tyrosine. So tyrosine, here with the substitution by the, so it is similarly to the phenylalanine. So the major difference here, phenyl group substitution. In place of phenyl group, we take the phenyl group in tyrosine. So next one, the 10th one, idoboric acid. Idoboric acid. So this is the generally iodine containing amino acid. Idoboric acid, iodine containing amino acid, CH2, phenyl group here, iodine and iodine. So this is iodine containing amino acid, idoboric acid. So that similarly we have one more iodine containing amino acid, thyroxine. It is also iodine containing amino acid. So generally we can write like here. So the 11th one, thyroxine. So this is thyroxine. So this is simply iodine containing another amino acid. So we have one more ring. For example, if you compare to idoboric acid, we have only one benzene ring substituted by the two iodine substitution to the ortho substitution to the phenyl group. But we take the, in thyroxine we have one more substitution, that is benzene ring. So here also we have 4 iodine substitution on 2 benzene rings. So this is the thyroxine. So the next one we take as a phenylalanine, already we completed thyroxine. Next one, tryptophan. It is also, it is a heterocyclic ring containing amino acid. So let me discuss about the tryptophan. So this is one of the example of heterocyclic containing amino acid. Like here tryptophan having tryptophan containing imidazole ring, like imidazole ring. So we have heterocyclic compound, in this containing indole ring. So this is indole ring containing amino acid tryptophan. So next we discussed about the histidine. This is also one of the essential amino acid, histidine. So this is also containing heterocyclic ring. So that is called imidazole ring. 1,3 nitrogen substituted imidazole ring. So for example, in place of, in this case, in tryptophan we have indole ring, nitrogen containing heterocyclic compound. So that is indole ring. So here we take histidine. So it's containing imidazole ring. So that is the difference between the imidazole ring. 1,3 nitrogen substitution. 1,3 nitrogen substitution imidazole ring. So this is histidine. So these both are heterocyclic ring containing amino acid. That's the next one. So 1 minute. So the next one, histidine already we completed. Cysteine. So this is also containing sulfur containing amino acid. Sulfur containing amino acid. So we have 3 types, 3 sulfur containing amino acid: cysteine, dicysteine and methionine. So we have 3 amino acids in sulfur containing: cysteine and dicysteine and methionine. These 3 are sulfur containing amino acids. So first we start with cysteine. So all the amino acids are alpha amino acids, all natural amino acids are. So that's why we can write like this, CH2SH. So this is thioalcohol. So generally we compare with serine. In serine we have, in place of sulfur we have oxygen. So here we take sulfur. This is thioalcohol containing amino acid. So this one cysteine. So the next one, dicysteine. So the major difference between cysteine and dicysteine, in dicysteine we have two sulfur groups and two sulfur groups with attached with two amino substitution groups like here COOH and COOH. So this is a dicysteine. So the simple groups we take dicysteine. This is dicysteine. The difference between cysteine and dicysteine, we take one more mole of the cysteine. So that is the dicysteine. The last one, methionine. So methionine is a simply thioether molecule, sulfur containing thioether molecules. Like if you take simple amino acid, the R group is sulfur containing amino acid. These three are sulfur containing amino acid. The next one, proline and hydroxyproline. These two amino acids are amino acids. Like what is the difference between amino and imino? So in this case, we also call as a amino acids. The both are proline and hydroxyproline. Proline and hydroxyproline. These both are amino acids. We call as a amino acids, hydroxyproline. So these are both are having structural cyclic structure formula, and proline and hydroxyproline. So this alpha carbon and so this is proline. So the nitrogen containing this nitrogen we also call as a amino group. So that's why we call as a proline, hydroxyproline also amino acids. Like so here we substitution on hydroxy group. So that is a hydroxyproline. So that is the major difference between the proline and hydroxyproline. So if the hydroxy group hidden to, that is the proline. So if the hydroxy substitution on the, so that is hydroxyproline. The next one, so we have already completed how many out of so we have completed 18. So next we have acidic amino acids, aspartic acid and asparagine and glutamic acid and glutamine. So these four are acidic amino acids. So first of all we start with aspartic acid. We start with aspartic acid. So first of all we can write simple structure of amino acid, NH2, CH and COH. So here we have R group, we get substitution by the any one of the acids. So we have both two acid groups, that's why we call as a aspartic acid. It is act as a acidic amino acid. We already discussed about the acidic amino acid and basic amino acid. If the carboxylic acid groups is more, that is considered as a acidic amino acid. The next one, asparagine. This is also containing same groups of, but this amino acid containing amide group. So in place of carboxylic acid we take as a amide group CONH2. This is asparagine. So aspartic acid and asparagine both are similar structure. In place of carboxylic acid we take as a amide ring, amide group. So next one, glutamic acid and glutamine. So this is also containing glutamic acid. The glutamic acid also containing more carboxylic acids group. Like we have one more carboxylic acid group. So that is glutamic acid containing one more carboxylic acid group COOH. So this is the glutamic acid. It is also act as a acidic amino acid. The next one, glutamine. Glutamine also similar to the glutamic acid. In place of carboxylic acid, we take as a amide group, CONH2 group. So this is called as a amide group. So that is we call as a glutamine. So the next three basic amino acid we have lysine, arginine and ornithine. So these three are basic amino acid. We discuss about the basic amino. So we write on basic amino acids. We have three basic amino acids: lysine, ornithine, third one arginine. So arginine also one of the essential amino acid. So we discuss about the three basic amino acids. So the main difference between the acidic amino acid and basic amino acids. In basic amino acids we have one more amino group present at amino acid. That's why we call as a basic amino acid. First of all, we start with lysine. So the simple structure of amino acid, NH2 and COOH. So here CH2, lysine, CH2. We have one more NH2 group. So ornithine, NH2 and COOH, CH2, 4 NH2. So this is ornithine. So next we write the arginine. So NH2, CH and COOH. So simply we write as a NH, guanine structure, NH and NH. So this is the simply we have 25 amino acid. Out of 25 amino acids we consider as a 18 amino acid as a neutral amino acids. Remaining 4 amino acids are acidic amino acid. The remaining 3 amino acids are basic amino acid. So next we discuss about the preparation of amino acid. So generally in our alpha amino acids, all are natural amino acids. We break the protein chain, so we are getting the amino acids. So that is also one of the simple method to prepare. So let's discuss about the preparation of the. We can prepare the alpha amino acid, natural amino acids by the proteins. The first with the protein, we can hydrolysis or acidic or basic medium, any medium. So we are getting amino acids. So this is one of the preparation method. The next one, alpha allo acids. This is also one of the simple method to prepare the alpha allo acids to amino acids. So for example, if you take CH3COH, acetic acid, this is acetic acid, reaction with chlorine in presence of red phosphorus, HVZ reaction, Elwood-Zielinski reaction. So we are getting alpha allo chloroacetic acid. So that is chloroacetic acid. So we are getting CH2, Cl and COH. So this is also one of the alpha carbon. So it attached with the aldehyde. So that's why we called as a alpha allo. So this is also alpha chloroacetic acid. We also called as a chloroacetic acid. So in this reaction, firstly we reaction with the chlorine in presence of red phosphorus. This is Elwood-Zielinski reaction, HVZ reaction. We can prepare the alpha allo acids. Further that alpha allo acids, after alpha allo acids we are getting, so we can reaction with ammonia, we are getting the amino acids, different types of amino acids depending on the R group. For example, if you take a simple RCH2 group, like in place of acetic acid we are taking R. So here we are getting CH2, RCH2. So here we also RCH2, CHCl. So in this case we prepare so many various type of alpha allo acids. So this is alpha allo acids, the carboxylic acid, adjacent carbon attached with chlorine. So chlorine also one of the halogen. So that's why we call as a alpha allo acids reaction with ammonia. So finally we are getting, so ikkada the place lo, so RCH NH2 COOH plus, so here H and Cl with HCl. So HCl is the byproduct. So in place of R we are substituting H. For example, if you can substitution H, so we are getting glycine. So in place of R we are substituting methyl group, we are getting alanine. So these are, we can prepare various type of amino acids by this reaction. The next one of the important reaction, Gabriel's phthalimide synthesis. Gabriel's phthalimide synthesis. So this is one of the most useful synthesis for the preparation of amino acids, Gabriel phthalimide synthesis. So in this case we take reactant as a phthalimide. So first of all we start with phthalimide. So the phthalimide, generally we are getting phthalic acid reaction with ammonia, we are getting phthalimide. So this is the phthalimide. So the phthalimide reaction with base, any one of the base like KOH, we are taking KOH. So in case KOH, the reaction with KOH with phthalimide, so here the hydrogen lose the take to the base. So finally we are getting intermediate. So this is the intermediate we are getting. So then the intermediate reaction with alpha bromo esters. So we can write like here. So alpha bromo esters. So what is the product alpha bromo ester after reaction with the phthalimide byproduct with alpha bromo esters? So for example, if you take alpha bromo esters, so the alpha bromo ester, here the potassium reaction with bromine. So finally KBr eliminated to the KBr, the CH2 group attached with the nitrogen, that is the product. So here, so next CO and CO, NCH2 OET. So here we take substitution on R. So we are getting different types of products like. So after that we are getting the intermediate. So finally, so we are hydrolysis, in place of acidic medium hydrolysis, we are getting the amino acids. Like for example, we can write here. So Gabriel phthalimide synthesis. So this is very simple reaction to prepare the various type of amino acids in this reaction. So finally we are hydrolysis in place of acidic media. So finally we are getting products, various type of products like so finally we are getting phthalic acid. So we break the hydrolysis. So here between the carbon and nitrogen we have the carbon positive charge and nitrogen having negative charge. In hydrolysis we know about the H plus and OH minus. So here the OH is substitution on the carbon group and H plus is substitution on the nitrogen. Finally we are getting the 2H plus attached with the nitrogen. So we are getting NH2 CHR. So here also the ester going to hydrolysis, we are getting the acid group. So here we can substitution on R place in different types of the groups, we are getting the so many type of amino acids, alpha amino acids. So this is the very useful synthesis for the preparation of alpha amino acid or natural amino acids. So this is